What's up, D fam? Welcome back to the greatest Houston based podcast in the world, the Weekly D Podcast. I'm your host, Danny G, and today we have a very special guest. He has 7,000 monthly streams on Spotify. He's known for songs like Love Me For You, Humo Fumo, La Limpieza, and his latest release, Amargado, that he did with his sister, Carrie Gonzz. Please allow me to introduce our very special guest of the week, Mr. Gammy Gonzz.
Hello, hello.
What's up, bro? It's great to have you back on, man. It's
Awesome.
always fun when you come on. It's always a pleasure. We always have a lot of laughs, a lot of good times, a lot of memorable clips. But last time we had you on, you were getting ready to drop Brutal Nostalgia, and I think you were in between La Limpieza. So that was roughly around May or September. That's when you dropped those two. We're somewhere in between there. So it's
Yeah,
been a minute.
those were the days I had given you, but then La Limpia didn't come out till like after Halloween. So,
Yeah.
but the video was around that time for sure.
Yeah, man. So it's been a good minute, and it looks like you've been hella busy starting this year. But first off, La Limpieza, I love the way y'all came together to make that project, and the cover art to it was fucking awesome.
I remember
It
you
was like
coming.
perfect. Yeah, man, it was perfect. It literally gave me like nostalgic, 2000 Spanish rock vibes. Like as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh shit! It was like it's so nostalgic looking. It's fucking awesome.
That's what I was trying to aim for, bro. Because I wanted like I used to like the old covers, like, like Daddy Yankee era, like back in the day. So I was just like, let's do something
Mhm.
like cool that looks like unprofessional, but yet professional at the same time. Like, back in the day where the cameras weren't that great. So that's what we were aiming
Yeah.
for.
No, yeah, that was awesome, bro. And it looked so good. It was so fun. The song was a lot of fun, and I'm sure you had a great time because you did it with a bunch of your friends, right?
Yes, it took a couple of sessions because everybody's busy. Now that
Mm-hmm.
everybody's an adult, so everybody had like different schedules. I think we did like 10 different sessions just to like get to like the final mix of the song, which is the longest I have ever like worked on a song, and not
Damn.
necessarily for like my vocals or anything, but I do like to be like in every single session, whether I'm recording or not, just to like get like the
Mm-hmm.
vibes or whatever. So it took a while, but it was fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. And how did writing that song come about? Was it like one person's idea, and then y'all just all pitched in, or how'd that
So
go?
it I it came out. It was I was trying to make fun of a friend. Obviously it's about a cleanse. Not fun of them, but it was like a lot of topics regarding like Olympia, and we were pretty much, for me, I guess for my family is very Catholic. They don't. There's like half of the Catholics that think that like una limpia is for like the devil and witchcraft, and the other half,
Brujeria.
yeah, the other half is like it's necessary to get it. So
Uh huh.
it was a lot of topics that my family is very like against it. So whenever I did release it, I was like telling everybody, "Hey, listen, this is a joke. It's not real." Um, but it was more because of me and my friend were always going into that like topic. So I just started going through like beats, and um, they sent me this beat that sounded like they were cleaning a windshield at the beginning, and I just started like jamming to it, and La Limpia just came to my mind, and slowly I started adding everybody else, and it just made sense at the time.
Oh,
But
that's beautiful.
no personal message or anything. It was just for fun, and it came out to be.
Well, I think those are the best songs though. Like when you're just having fun and doing you and just making music with your friends. I mean, the beats y'all chose are so fun. The song is fun. I find it funny though that's I feel like that's most uh first generation Latin
Yeah,
families. Is like you always have that one tia that's into all the limpias, the curanderas, the hueseras.
it's like
But
a
then
huge,
you
like the bad eye and the bad vibes and energy. So we're like right now that everybody's talking about it on social media, let's just release the song regarding that. So it made sense.
Yeah, no, that was a really fun song. I liked it. I liked how you made all those little like TikToks too, where you would come out dancing and just
We're
like
trying
leave the
to
house.
we're trying to do a music video, and we've been trying to do a music video since like the song released, but the schedules are so hard. Like everybody's doing something right now. Lisa's in Los Angeles recording, and um, I don't know what JP's doing. So I saw him being in a show or something, and everybody's just
Yeah,
busy.
yeah, man. And talking about busy, I saw on your Instagram that you were in LA as well not too long ago.
Yeah, and then next in 2 weeks we go to Vegas. It's trying to get a different shots for this project I'm working on, like small
Hmm.
shots of things. But it's been fun, very busy, but that's what keeps us going. So I like to
Yeah,
say for sure.
hell yeah, man. And also talking about busy, I mean, I saw you were on Armando y sus Estrellas.
Oh yeah, that
How was that experience?
that was fun. I he used to be my singing teacher when I was like a kid. My dad would always the only requirement I guess was to be in singing class. Like in our house, you had to do something musical, otherwise you were not part of the family. Which is fine because we all loved it. It would have been horrible if we didn't. Um, but he used to give me singing lessons to me and my sister. So I hadn't seen him since I was probably like 14. And that was a while back,
Mhm.
so it was pretty cool because I look completely different from the last time that he had seen me.
Yeah, man, that's awesome. And I mean, I watched the interview you did, and I saw how y'all were talking about like your weight loss transformation and all the traumas. And I know you've been very open about like your body dysmorphia. And I found it interesting and also honorable that you're so open to talk about that
Yeah,
because
he called
I know it's not something with.
Yeah, I'm very open about it because anybody that asks me, I'm cool with talking about it. But like, it was like the whole picture and everything in the background that caught me off guard. I was just like, oh, okay, we're
Yeah.
going there now because I don't like to see like pictures. I guess I'm very open to talk about it, not to show pictures sometimes. So after that, I did a TikTok right after the interview because I was like, well, everybody saw it now.
Uh-huh. Do
But
you feel like shy about it or still or
I get, I don't know if it's like shy or embarrassed, one of the two. It's not embarrassment towards. I don't know how to explain. It was I guess tough times I don't like to remember, but it's I am shy about it for sure because a lot of people don't
okay?
didn't know me at that time because I have a complete different circle from back then. So it's not something you just go around.
Mhm.
Hey, look at this how I used to look, you know. But
Yeah.
yes, I guess I'm a little shy to show it.
Yeah. No, but I mean, I feel like that's one of those things that's really important to talk about, especially when you have a platform, right? Because there's
Yeah,
tons and tons of kids that have that issue. I mean, and I was one of those kids that I was always heavier set growing up, but I was always like super athletic, which made no sense to nobody. Like I played all the sports, did all this stuff, but I was always heavier than everyone. So I relate a lot to what like things you say because it does suck. Like you get real self conscious, or
yeah.
like if a shirt doesn't fit right, it's like fuck, like suck it in, or
It never goes away. It never goes away. You always. I guess everybody's insecure. I don't think anyone in the world is really confident unless you're like Kanye West. But I think everybody just there's a time where you're not gonna feel yourself, most of the time. But
yeah.
that's just human, I guess. It sucks.
But I mean, seeing those pictures and seeing like how far you've progressed is super impressive because you're completely different than those pictures that he
I
showed.
hope so. Yeah,
Um, yeah, and I see that you're a gym rat too. You're always working out, always posting about your morning workouts.
it's an obsession. And if I was happy back then, because if I was like bigger and happy, I would have no problem with it. But I guess it really
Hmm.
depends on how you feel. In my family, they run a lot from like a lot of like diabetes and different type of like body issues. So I feel like I was heading
Hmm.
that way too. So that's why I wasn't comfortable. But I feel like if I was happy or if I was healthy and I was bigger, I wouldn't have a problem. But since I knew I wasn't, that's kind of what like I
Hmm.
hated being the way I was, and it was so hard. Of course, losing weight is incredibly hard. So that's probably the only reason why I am very like into fitness because I don't want to go back because I remember not feeling good inside. But if I was, I mean, if I felt good or whatever, I see no problem with it. It just really depends on how you are because some people are stronger and way more confident than others. Not everybody's built for it. I definitely was not built for it.
But I feel you on that one, dude. Because like over the past year, like life has been so crazy on my end, and I've gained weight, and I'm just like, fuck, man, like how am I gonna lose all this? Like,
Oh,
I'm focusing on
well,
dieting, walking. My knees fucked up, so it's not like I can go running, right? So I gotta take it slow. But
what
man,
you mean?
huh?
What you mean they fucked up?
So one of my knees, like the cartilage is worn out on it. From being heavier set and playing basketball and football, it takes a lot of a big toll on your body. And then also, like, I used to drive tractors and stuff all
Uh,
around, so like, hitting that clutch all the time wears your knee out.
that happened over time.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
I
I'm
thought they
getting.
were in an accident or something. I was like, what happened?
No, 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 that wasn't an accident. I mean, it's funny though, because like I've been the worst person at taking care of my own body in that aspect. Because also, like, as a mechanic, I'll just like beat myself up trying to get jobs done and not care. I used to
Yeah.
work like 24 hours a lot of times.
Oh
So
no.
like now that I've gotten a little bit older because I'm getting closer to 30, I'm starting to feel all the little tweaks and pains. I'm just like, fuck, man, I need to
That
lose weight.
mood
I
again,
need,
yes, sir. Has
yeah.
to do with weight, Danny, because I swear I wake up and my back is just hurting. Like my knees start popping. I'm going down the stairs. I'm like, I can't do this
Mm-hmm.
anymore.
Yeah, man. Dude, I live on
What's
the third floor. That shit's not fun.
me too, me too. But I think
Yeah.
you're. Oh wait, you're talking about me, right? Or you're talking about
Huh?
you?
Oh, what do you mean?
You live in the third floor?
Yeah, I live on the third floor
Oh,
too.
yeah, it sucks. Those
Yeah,
groceries.
that's not fun,
Hell no.
bro.
It's one trip.
Groceries.
One trip.
No, and here's where I fucked up. I got like those water jugs, like the 5 gallon water jugs. And then you have a little dispenser.
Yeah.
I fucked up and bought like 4 of them. And my wife was like, "Oh, we should get like the membership, where they deliver it to us." And I was like, "No, fuck that. I can do it."
Oh
I
no.
regret. I regret doing that, dude.
I need them. Nope.
Yeah, no, that's not fun. That's crazy too because I've lived here for a year already, and it doesn't matter how many times I've gone up and down those stairs, I still get winded every time.
No, yeah, exactly. Do you live? What side of town do you live in?
I live in Sugarland now.
Oh yeah, yeah. We talked about that. I was over here
Yeah,
thinking, Katie. I live all the way in Brookshire, like almost Forshire. So I'm a little bit far.
yeah,
Yeah,
you're
and
far as fuck.
yeah, and I'm always in Southwest Houston, so every day is like an hour going, an hour coming every single day. So gas is not fun.
Mhm. Yeah, I bet, dude. When you got that sports car,
Yeah, I mean, thankfully, Toyotas they get full pretty quick, and they're great cars. So
hmm
I'm good with it. That's why I think I'm always gonna say Toyota, whether it's a Supra or anything Crown, because I
yeah,
don't want to Toyota.
hell yeah, man. And how do you like living out there, full share? How's it been?
I love the area. It's I love to go wherever is less populated. Last
Mhm.
time, the 3 times that I've been in the show, I lived somewhere else, and they've only been months apart. Because originally I lived in near Sugarland, then I went to Richmond, and then now I'm in
Mhm.
Fulshire. So the more populated they get, I leave because they're so new. But I'm done moving. I
Yeah,
can't do it anymore. But I think
yeah,
I'm gonna be here
for
for a
sure.
while.
Yeah. Well, your mom lives out that way, right? I remember you
Oh,
telling me
oh,
that.
no, my mom lives in the by the medical center. She lives all the way by
Oh shit!
NRG. Yeah, my sister's pretty close. She's in Katy. My brother's in Fresno, so we're all pretty much separate.
All over the place. Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn, dude. That's crazy to be that separated, but so
yeah,
close. But
yeah.
that
I
makes
see. I
right.
see the because I'm always over there, so I'm the one wasting gas.
Yeah. Damn. But that's cool, man. I'm glad you're living life to the fullest and you're enjoying where you live. There's actually a really cool brewery out there. It's called Baba Brew House. It's a mom and pop brewery. It's
Is
off
it Katy or Brookshire?
Brookshire.
I
It's
think I
called
haven't
Baba's.
I haven't explored it enough because I feel like everywhere I go is already Katy. It's like one light is Katy, and you don't know where Brookshire really goes because it's all like turnabouts.
Oh,
So I'm still kind of getting used to where's where. Yesterday I got lost, ended up in Fulshire, and it was really nice. And I'm like, maybe I want to live here. But
Bullshit.
I
Beautiful.
see Bubba that I never
Yeah,
seen
no,
it. I'm gonna look.
it's like between Brookshire and Fulshire. I forget
Okay.
what road it's
Oh,
on.
okay. So it will be the other way that I don't go to, but I should.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But it's awesome beer. If you like craft beer, it's a great spot.
Oh yeah.
Um, it's mom and pop spot. It's really cool. There's a cool bar down the road from there too.
Stop trying to be a bad influence, Danny.
I'm sorry, man. You know, as long as we've known each other, we've never like met up to go get some drinks and stuff. We
Yeah,
need to change that
you
soon.
did me like twice and shows that I've invited you. So
Oh, damn. Look,
it was,
I'm changing my life for the better, right? And like I talked to my wife, and I was like, this year is the year I'm gonna go see all my friends that come on my podcast at least one show this year. So as soon as you have a show, let me know.
awesome. I will.
Yeah, man, because that's my biggest goal for this year. Besides like podcasting stuff or like personal stuff, like I really want to be able to say I support my friends, not just in the podcast, but going to their shows and listening to them perform live.
If not,
So
we'll send you a link so you can watch it through the
no,
laptop.
man, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. Like I said, that's my thing for this year is go see everybody at least once.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So we have Valentine's Day right around the corner, and like I was thinking about it. I was like today I was thinking, what kind of questions do I want to ask Gammy, because he's been on the show multiple times. We've talked about the music, we've talked about the background. We've talked about that you come from a very musical family, which we'll get a little bit more into that in a little bit. But I want to know, how does Gammy Gonzz spend his Valentine's Day?
Valentine's is a holiday that I never remember exists until like everybody starts mentioning it. It's like I I wanted to say I don't care for it, but that sounds like this. No, I don't know. I don't really care for it. I do give gifts, of course, because I feel like it's special to everybody else. But for me, it's just like to fill in the gaps of the month. I'd rather celebrate Easter than celebrate Valentine's, and I don't celebrate Easter either. But I don't know.
Kind of.
I, you, I don't know how to answer that question. I don't do anything for Valentine's. I do give a gift, of course, but it's not like I have like a whole plan or anything. Do you? You
I
do
mean,
because of wife,
I
right?
I have
Married.
to. 'Cause I'm married, right? So
Yeah.
I gotta pull out all the stops. Last year we were both broke and living with my in laws. So like I still made it happen, right? I had a little really like cute setup. The room we are staying in, I decorated it all, put rose petals everywhere, had a little
That's
candlelit dinner, you know.
great. I feel way better about myself now.
But this year I gotta step it up. So if you got any ideas,
I'm so not romantic. I thought I was growing up. Um, I thought I was very like corny and all those romantic stuff. But now that I have to do it, it's not. I'm like, okay, I'm like the least romantic person ever. I just don't know how to be romantic. I don't. It's like I get cringe of myself. Of like, I guess 'cause maybe I'm a little insecure, so I'm like, I wonder what they think when I'm saying these kind of things or when I'm doing it, so I don't do it. So I stop myself before, or I have this whole plan where I'm like, I'm gonna do this, it's gonna be very special, and then once the time comes, I'm just like, okay, here, I don't want to do this anymore.
yeah. No, I completely understand that, because I struggle. Like, I'm good at showing that I love a person, but I'm very bad at explaining it, like talking about it or things like that. Like, it's just not natural to me.
when's
And
your
what happened?
When's your birthday?
July 29th. I'm a Leo.
Leo, yeah, of course. If it's not about y'all ain't talking about it. That's why. I'm just kidding.
Exactly. How'd you know? No,
No,
but
I rather song. Let me
it's
write.
really. There you go. You got a new idea right there. No, but I really struggle with like I'm good at showing it, but I'm really bad at explaining it, which is one of the funniest things ever. Because like when I was getting married, I was like, "Fuck, how am I gonna write my vows?" Like I don't know how to do this. I'm watching all these YouTube videos, like everything to figure it out, get the wording right, and then I find out in the Catholic, you don't even say your vows. The
You
priest
don't.
tells you what to say, and I was like,
Exactly.
"Whoo!"
Which I think is horrible. I Not horrible, but I think it's so it kills the purpose of like what we saw on TV growing up. Like the movies of like everybody showing their vows, and I went to go. I think my brother got married, and they did it through the court. But even in the court, the guy was telling them what to say, just like Catholic churches, and I was very like
Hmm.
confused. I was like, wait, like has everything been a lie? Like, do you not say your own
Right?
vows? I'm just like, okay, well, that's horrible. See, that I'm good at because I'm good at writing, so I would know exactly what to say. If I write it and you know that I'm reading something, it's perfect. But if I have to say like in the
Uh-huh.
spot like this, feel that's when I'm gonna like freeze.
Yeah, no, it was tough. It was tough because like me and my wife, like we all, because we didn't get to say our vows at the church during our wedding, we agreed that like on our first anniversary we're gonna say our vows to each other. And she wanted me to write them down, and she was gonna write hers down. But like I'm so bad at writing because I have like severe ADHD, so my head goes faster than what my hand can write. So like I have like 10 pages of my vows, and when we went to go say our vows, I just like threw the book away. I was like, I'm just gonna freestyle this because there's no way in hell I can read and like.
So
But it was funny. It was a good time. I still owe her a copy of my vows. Luckily, I recorded it, so I just gotta type it out.
oh no,
But yeah, man, I'm terrible at being romantic.
me too. I mean, I thought I don't know. I really thought I had better hopes for myself growing up. I was like, you're gonna be very romantic, and I'm not. But my father's not. My brother's not either. My sister's worse. So like I think none of us like, it's not in us. Like now that I think about it, nobody's romantic in my family. We couldn't even hug each other like as like siblings because it was just like oh no, like get away. So I think I blame
Right?
them. My kids are gonna be different.
That's what I say. That's exactly what I say. And I don't know if it's like a Mexican thing or what it is, because like my dad's not romantic. Like he'll do like nice things for my mom, but I've never seen him being like romantic, like over the top. So I don't know how to do it. I'm winging it, and the problem is like it's not a problem, but it's kind of tough because my wife grew up on Disney movies. So she was expecting Prince Charming, and here I come like a fucking dumbass.
Hey, that's what
But it
Latinas
is what it
like.
is. We're working it
Latinas
right.
don't want charm.
But yeah, man. So you're not that big on Valentine's Day, so I guess you don't have like a memorable Valentine's Day or something you did.
Not at
No.
all. I need to do better. Now that you said that whole pedal thing, I'm like, okay, well, I haven't done anything close to that, so I kind
Bro,
of feel
look, I'm just saying the first one I got it down. The second one, we're gonna wing it and hope for the
how long have
best.
you been together?
Huh?
How long have you been together? Like not married, but like together.
So we met when we were 12. We're like best friends growing up all through high
That's
school. We kind of fell off and separated went our own ways like after high school. We kind of reconnected when we turned 25, 24, 25. Yeah, somewhere around there. So it's been like 4 or 5 years.
you're
And
what 28?
I'm 29, about to be 30.
A fossil.
I'm getting old, bro. I'm getting old. It's crazy too because every year it's like I get a new ache.
That's true. Same,
It's
same.
like you know what sucks too is like so a lot of people know me as like this party animal because when in my 20s I would literally party Monday through Friday. Go till 5 o'clock in the morning, wake up at 6, go to work, and just repeat the cycle every weekend, every
As
other
you should
day.
have. As you should have.
But like I realized I got old like 2 weeks ago when I went out and we partied to 2 in the morning, dude. And I was just like, I can't, I can't keep going. And it took me all day to recover the next day, and I was just like, fuck, man,
Uh,
what am I doing?
I went. My sister in law she turned 30 last month, and we went to go party with her sister. They wanted to go to Montreal, so everybody just followed. And
Hmm.
I never get like hangovers, and I don't get drunk really fast. And I didn't get drunk. Everybody else got drunk except me. But when I woke up the next day, I swear it was like I was the only one that was hungover. I felt like shit. I didn't want to get up. It was just horrible. So I'm like, okay, well, this is it. Like, I don't think I can do this
Uh-huh.
anymore.
Dude, it sucks. I feel like drinking's like a sport, though, right? If you don't
Yeah.
stop and you just keep the problem going, you'll be fine. But the
Yep.
day you stop, it's game
That's
over.
true. Yeah, because I took a break from really wilding out because I live so far, so I can't drink and drive, and It's I don't want to Uber because Uber is
Mhm.
so fucking expensive. So I just rather drink at home if I do, so I don't get fucked
Yeah.
up. So I've been really partying in a long time. So this little night out just for like I can't do it anymore unless I start all over again, and that'd be fun.
Right. I don't know, dude. I'm planning to go on Mardi Gras this weekend down in Galveston, and I'm like excited, right? Because I'm like, oh yeah, I'm about to go party my ass off. Smoke some weed, go drink, have a great time. But then I'm thinking, how is the next day gonna be? It's the Super Bowl. I'm gonna be expected to drink again. I don't know if I can do it.
Oh, sure, you could skip it.
The Super Bowl. But yeah, man, I miss partying though. I'm not gonna lie. There's like a something in me that misses just like partying, doing stupid
mention
drugs.
I mention Molly every single day of my life because I just want to have like that like night out with Molly. I haven't had Molly in like 2 years, and I
Uh huh.
just want to have that like that experience again, and I miss it. It's a real thing.
Yeah, true. Dude, I never got super into Molly, but I hate to say it, but that good old booger sugar was my poison.
I don't know what that is.
Cocaine, buddy. Booger
Oh,
sugar. That was my shit, bro. I used to love like getting fucked up and then just sobering up instantly just to do it all over again.
never I've
But
never done
don't do it.
coke. Don't do it. Yeah. It's only I'm more into like party drugs, so like Molly, ecstasy. I mean, same shit,
Mhm.
but um,
It's still
you know,
fun.
shrooms back in the day, but that shit would just take me somewhere else. So I don't do that. Weed, of
Yeah,
course, yeah, weed is just medicine, so we'll keep that
yeah,
around for a while.
yeah. Man. I love weed, man. I love weed,
So,
Delta, all that good stuff.
same.
Um,
You sleep
we're
like a
lucky we had. Oh, dude, the best sleep, the best
yes.
everything, right? Like if you're after a long day, instead of getting drunk, you pop a
Yeah.
little gummy, sit on the couch, and go
People
at it.
You were like, don't I don't want to get crossfaded. I want to get crossfaded because whenever I go to sleep, that's it. I'm gonna sleep so good, and I don't really sleep well. Like the more you go, the older you get, you just don't have good sleeps.
Yeah,
And
dude.
when I try to get the gummies, but I haven't had some in a long time, in a while, edibles, and I just sleep so good. But I don't want to go for work.
Oh yeah, yeah. But if you ever want to go the legal route, dude, there's this company called Honeysuckle. It's like Houston based.
He
And
told
they're
me,
actually yeah, they're our friends. They're cool as shit. They always hook us up with stuff. But they make drinks like they have a canned seltzer that you
what
can
is it
just
called?
sip on. It's called Honeysuckle brand on Instagram.
I'm gonna write that down because last time I forgot.
I'll send you their link to their profile on Instagram after this. That way you
Yeah,
have it. But go check them out, dude. They're super fucking cool. The owner is Cuban. He's a super cool guy. He loves Houston, loves the community, all about it. But he's really big on like getting Texas made products to sell. Like all his stuff is Texas raised, Texas everything. So he's super dope. Great company. All their stuff hits. Like the
so like, is it like gum like edibles and
yeah,
drinks?
he does edibles, drinks. He has Delta 8 flour, Delta 9 flour. He has vapes, everything, dude.
Nice. Okay, I'm gonna check
Anything
them
you
out.
can think of, he has it. Yeah, go check him out. It's cool shit. And you can order online, which is even cooler. Like you don't even have to go
I
to their
love that.
shop. Yeah, but yeah, man, they're super cool. Go check them out. I'm gonna go buy a bunch of their stuff. Just because
Yes,
I love their
I need.
shit. I know it'll be a good time to go to Galveston and just eat a couple gummies and melt my brain.
Oh no, if I take gummies, I'm not going anywhere because I'll be knocked out real quick.
Oh,
We
bro, I gotta tell you. Oh my god. So on New Year's, so they sell these 250 milligram gummies, right? The whole pack is 250. So
yeah.
each gummy is Delta 9, but it's 50 milligrams. So I don't know if you know about Delta 9, but it hits a little bit different than normal weed. It's a lot stronger.
Okay.
And so on New Year's, my wife was like, "Oh fuck it, like I want to party, but I don't want to get too crazy, so let's eat a gummy." And I was like, "All right, but I'm only eating a quarter of it because if not, I'm gonna get super fucked up and we're not gonna make it home." And she's like, "All right, bet." So it was her job to cut the gummy into quarters, right? So we don't get too fucked up, and then we take them once we're at the New Year's party. So we get there, everything's going great. We haven't eaten all day, and she's like, "Fuck it, it's getting kind of late. I know the food's not ready, but let's just eat them." Like, by the time New Year's comes around, they'll kick in, and we'll just have a great time. I was like, "All right, bet." So I grabbed the gummy, and I noticed it was a little bit bigger than I was expecting. But I was like, "Oh well." Like she measured it out. Like I'm trusting her full heartedly that she did it right. I ate the gummy. We finally get our food. We're eating. And I just look at her and I see her fucking eyes just bloodshot red, and she's just sitting there like I've never seen someone enjoy food so much as that moment because she was so fucked up. And
She was
so
so
she, huh?
so focused on the food.
Yeah, dude, and just like going at it. I mean, the food was amazing, but anyways, like New Year's comes around and it's barely starting to hit me, right? And we had bought a bunch of fireworks. I was like, "Fucking, while we pop fireworks, that'll wear off. We'll be good, and then we could go home." We pop all these fireworks. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Everyone's getting ready to dip, and I feel like it just smacked me in the fucking face. Like I'm high as fuck to where like everything's moving slow.
Oh no.
I feel like I'm just floating around, right? Trying to get water because my mouth is super dry. And everyone's like, "All right, it's time to go." And I was just like, "Fuck." I look at my wife. She's passed out on the couch because she just couldn't handle it. And I was like, "Fuck!" Like we gotta get home, right? Now, keep in mind, this is a 30-minute drive from Fulshire to Sugarland where we're at,
Fuck that shit. Nope.
right? And it was gonna. I was like, "Fuck it, we'll just take all 90. We'll be good. 90 to 99, then Highway 6, and we're home, right?" I get in the car, we start driving, and I was like, "I can't see." But I couldn't realize why I couldn't see. I have the lights on and everything. I realize it's foggy as shit to the point
Yeah,
where I can barely see in front of the car.
it was horrible. I remember.
So I don't know why or how, but it took us 3 hours to get home. So I don't know how fast I was driving, but I was driving slow as shit. Just fucking paranoid as hell.
What time was this?
Huh?
What time was this? Like what time did you head out?
Bro, we left at 2, got home at 5. The sun was about to start coming up, but we got home.
Because I was literally in that same road at that same time, and I remember just like going so slow because I couldn't see shit, and so I was in Fresno, so by Sugarland having to go to Fulshire, so we were literally going the opposite ways, and I remember that shit was horrible, and like
It was so scary. I was so paranoid. I was just like, I had the wipers on. I had no music because Hispanics, like when we can't see, we turn the radio down. So I have no music. I'm breathing the hardest shit, just trying to just make it home. Meanwhile, my wife was like in her seat, just passed out.
that's what you chose as your partner. Chose.
Oh man.
I wouldn't even try. Hell no. I would have gotten arrested. I would have crashed. I'm a
No,
horrible driver.
bro. I was so scared. And the thing was, like, we went to a gas station. And I was like, okay, we're going to stop here and just chill for a minute, right? We got some snacks. But, like, I got, like, a crunch bar. You know how there's rice in there?
Yeah.
Well, that rice made me feel like I was choking because, like, my mouth was so fucking dry.
Hmm.
Nothing was going my way. I was super paranoid. I saw one cop and I was like, no, we got to get the fuck out of here.
Oh, hell no. See, I can't do none of that. Like weed or anything related to that, I can't leave like my house. I will only do. I mean, a blunt is different, but like any edible
Mhm.
or gummies, I need to stay home. I can't do it anywhere else because that will happen to me.
Yeah, no, dude, it was terrifying. And usually, like, I'm good at gauging it, right? I'm like, okay, I know I can eat this much. It'll take 20 minutes to kick in, take me an hour to wear off. I can go home after that. But she fucked up all the dosages. She got us super fucked up. And then I
How
was
did you get
drinking, and it wasn't.
to the third floor, or did you take her?
Oh no, no, no! I had her, kind of carried her up halfway, ran out of breath, so I sat her down,
Oh,
caught
oh
my
no!
breath again, picked her back up, and then walked into the door.
What a gentleman.
But yeah, man, that shit was scary, bro. Like again, I've done a lot of stupid shit in my past, but that was the scariest thing I've ever gone through
And you blame
because
her
like
for it.
I blame her 100%. I told her too. I was like, if we go to jail, I'm blaming you for everything.
He's like, I'm okay with that. Goes to sleep.
Right, you just passed out, dude. It was so bad, man. Oh, dude. But at the same time, it was so much fun. It made a great story.
Of course, yeah. That's what life's about, all about. If I mean, when you survive, of course.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's the most important part, surviving. So, enough about me. Let's get back into the music, dude. You just released a song recently called Amargado that you did with your sister. And it was a great song, but like, what inspired that song? Were you thinking about Valentine's Day and you're like, nah, fuck
No,
this?
no. I was I was upset. I was mad. I remember when I wrote that. I went to the studio and usually I book sessions and I have them written down because I forget when I book sometimes, but I have them booked just because I like to stay working. And I was I got really drunk the day before, and I'm a little bit dramatic sometimes. So obviously there was like I was fighting in my relationship and stuff, and I went to the studio in the morning. I was so hungover, very upset still, and I had nothing to write. Like usually
Mhm.
when I go to the studio, I already have something that I'm gonna write about, whatever. And the music started playing, and I was like, "Well, I have nothing, but I'm very upset." So I guess I'm just gonna go with that, and that came out. We actually, well, I wrote it in like what, like 20 minutes, and then we recorded like 2 hours, and it came out, and it was just me by myself, and I loved it. I shared it with my friends. Everybody liked it, but I feel like there was something missing, and that's
Mhm.
when I added my sister to the track because I feel like I needed like a female voice to like make it pretty much complete, and it was fun. But yeah, it came
Mhm.
out of anger. I was very upset when I wrote it. Definitely not
Oh,
Valentine.
it came out great. It was such a good song. I feel like the addition of your sister was awesome. And I had asked you earlier, like, she was your older sister. You said you're the baby of the family.
Yeah, she's the oldest.
Now, in a musical family, with her being the oldest, was there a little bit of competition there, or?
Um, I feel like we're not competitive, I guess, with each other because um, we had different. Me and my sister are very way more similar than my brother, but my brother he is he sings, but he's more of a musician. Like he actually knows how to play like every fucking instrument. So he was always, of course, with like bands, and my dad liked Tejano music and stuff. And there wasn't
Mhm.
competition because we weren't doing the same thing. Otherwise,
Mhm.
maybe like good competition. But with her, she actually, I'm way younger than them. It's like they're actually way closer to age. She is almost 10 years older than me, so she's 35, I think. She doesn't look like she actually
Uh-huh.
looks way younger than me, but she's 35. Her youngest is 18 now, so that's six. That's crazy to me. So,
Okay.
it's she. This is her first, and this is her first song too. Like she didn't. She was really into music, and she, of course, that's what she wanted to do her whole life. And then life
Mhm.
happened to her. She got married. She got all her kids, and she kind of stopped, and she's like barely, it's never too late, I guess. And I added her to the song. She got very excited. So it's like her first release. For her, it's a little bit more special than me, I think, right now.
Yeah. I mean, she has an amazing voice. It definitely complimented your voice in there. That's fucking awesome, dude. That's awesome that you like open the door for her to, dip her toes back into making music and recording it and releasing it. Because I
Yeah,
mean, that's pretty cool that you're on her first musical release.
yeah.
That's
She was like, I don't even know why I'm gonna go record with you because we did a song like when I was like maybe 18 that I
mhm,
never released just because sometimes as an artist you write something, record it, and then 2 months later you hate it.
mhm.
And we recorded the song. I took her to the studio, and it took a while, and she was so excited for it. And I never released it. So years later, she's like, "I don't even know why if you're not going to release it anyway." So she was very salty. She still did it or whatever. So she was very surprised that it got released. But I was happy because right now she's glowing. She's very excited.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. But shit, you named it Amargado. I think it should have been called Salty at this point.
I mean, pretty much it is what it is. I mean, what in Spanish, I guess, because in Amargado is pretty much like
Yeah. Is that
sour.
is that
Uh,
part two, Salado?
that's what it means, like you're kind of like grumpy or whatever.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, it was a great song. I really liked it. And I like that you had more of like the regional music in the
Yeah,
back. It was more in like traditional Mexican music.
yeah,
Well, what pushed you to do that? Because I know you've released a few songs here and there, like World Red that you did with Lisa. It was kind of a similar rhythm, but you don't really do that kind of music. So what
definitely.
inspired it to be like that this time?
I've always wanted to do it. I guess back then I never did because my family was kind of like pushing me to like this is the kind of music you need to do. So I was just like, no, I'm gonna go the complete different path. Um, and I guess I started writing more regional music just because it everything I was writing fit the genre more, and I do like it. But sometimes I feel like since I have a higher pitched voice when I sing, not it doesn't fit every single song. Sometimes it's like okay, I'd rather write this and like maybe someone else can sing it. Um, but I have been working a lot more and like of course Tejano music and
Hmm.
um, right now I'm doing a project just with my sister, so we're gonna be doing a couple songs together. Not technically as a group or anything, but just as like a sibling kind of thing. Try
Hmm.
maybe add my brother to it, and it's mostly gonna be Mexican or Tejano music, not Mexican music, but regional.
Regional,
Um,
yeah.
Trying to add different elements, but it's been fun, and I guess I've always wanted, and I love to wear like those like cowboy boots and tejanas all the time. So at least
Hell
I'm like
yeah.
it makes sense this time because I was always wearing hats in my shows and singing pop music. It just didn't make sense. So
Mhm.
now it's gonna make a little bit more sense.
No, that's awesome, dude. That's really cool that you're getting to do that with your sister.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
that's so fucking dope. I wish my brother was into podcasting and stuff, so I could do stuff like that with him, but he's just not. So I find that really cool that you get to do that with your family. I mean,
Yeah,
that's the
it's
goal,
it's
right?
been a very long wait, so I'm excited.
Yeah, that'd be super cool too, and to see if you do stuff with your brother. Maybe get your dad in there too.
Yeah, he wants to. He's just he's what you call it. He likes to take over the show, so I'm like I don't know how that would work.
Gotcha. And is your dad like mainly a singer, or
He's
is
an
he?
accordionist, but he's a singer. It's him and his brother in the band, and my dad's like the high voice. His brother's the low voice. But my dad, I feel like his voice would probably like overpower me, and he has a more similar voice than my sister. My sister was more, she's more of a powerhouse, like mariachi music and all that. That's where she shines. And or me, it was just like more like pop music. I can sing like any genre. I'll figure it out, but I feel like
Mhm.
we're come more naturally to them than me for sure.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense because your sound's so different.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and you. So I was going back to your own music and stuff, and I realized that you made a song with Uncle Tino,
I did, yeah.
who I've been like such a fan of his music. I've never met him. I know of him because of you and CA the Dawn, but I've never actually like interacted with him. But I really like dig his music and his vibe.
So good. He's very talented. When you meet him in person, he's a character. It's like I don't know how to explain, but I guess he just makes you laugh without trying to, or it's just like you're watching a movie in person. Like he's just
Uh-huh.
very quirky or is just funny, but he's like so talented and takes his work serious in a way that's not boring. And all his sounds are
Mhm.
so different, but they're so good, like at everything that he
Yeah,
does.
yeah, and I like the song y'all did together because it blends a little bit of you and a little bit of him. Like it's a nice blend of all that, and
Yeah,
it's just really cool.
yeah, right now that's a single that's gonna be in the new album that I'm doing in Spanish because it's more like EDM kind of. I call it Molly music because it's more
Dance
like
music.
house music, dance, and whatever. It's very deep house, and that one's probably like the only one that's a little bit more like up tempo, like disco live. So I'm very excited. That was the first single, but I'm gonna kind of re-release it in a way because I wanted to do a video for it. It was a little bit rushed when it came out, so I
Mhm.
want to definitely give it like the full like video and everything treatment.
Dope, dope. Yeah, that'll be really cool. Are you gonna dress up like disco dancers?
I want I have my outfit and everything because it was supposed to happen back then, but
Yeah.
it was that last year was so rushed and it was a lot of releases happening and I feel like I
Mhm.
didn't take time like with each song. But now I have everything lined up and a lot of things ready to go. So I'm probably gonna have everything just pre-recorded and pre-done so I can just release.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, man. And how do you feel about like using social media to promote your music? Because like our last guest we had on here, he was talking about how he hates that he literally posts every day the same song but a different clip or a different video, and I'm just like in my own way, I'm just trying to get a consensus of how everyone feels about it, because I personally like. I don't know if you follow the Weekly D
Yeah,
enough to where you see us, but we literally post every day, sometimes up
I
to
see you
three
every day.
times a day.
On TikTok and on Instagram, but it's just what you have to do, and honestly, I hate doing it. Only because I'm very judgmental of myself.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh my god, here I go again with the same fucking song. But sadly, that's the generation we're on right now, where the radio is not really something that you're aiming for anymore because no one listens to it. It's you can't really go out there and pretty much like promote yourself how they used to back in the day. So now it's TikTok and Reels, and I mean, shit, everybody has a dream, and whatever you have to do to to make it. It is very cringe of me. It's like I see myself every time, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, well, they're gonna be annoyed, but here they go. I hate doing it, but I have to do it. Everybody.
Yeah. No, I feel the same way. And the thing I hate about it is like you have people that follow you, right? They are your friends. And you just
Yeah,
feel like shit just shoving your face in front of them every single day.
yeah,
But
that's how
then
I feel.
that's the only way to get new followers is like to constantly fucking post so the algorithm picks it up.
Yeah, and I always thought like of opening like a second Instagram without my friends. That way they don't have to see it. But I'm like, no, it's okay. I don't want to restart all over.
Yeah. I did that. I started like a professional account,
Mhm.
but I
Oh yeah,
still feel bad.
because now you have like a whole podcast, is that whole company. So
Yeah. Yeah, that sucks though. But I appreciate you following us. I'm glad to know that it's at least working.
yeah, no, I see you guys every single day. There's a lot of people that I'm like CA. I see CA
Yeah.
every single day, like every single 5 minutes when I open it. But his shit is so funny. I
It's-
saw one the day before I logged on here about the Universal taking off all their music from TikTok, and I just couldn't stop laughing. Like he's so dramatic, like it's but in the good in a good way, of course. It's like I love it.
his podcast. Like I love his podcast.
I love it. Yeah,
So funny. The shit he does to people too. Like
I'm like
with
I cancel you every single time.
no, but that's good. He's having fun with it.
Yeah, I love
I'm
it.
excited to hear his too coming out.
Yes,
Apparently he's gonna drop.
music. I love it.
Yeah. I did want to ask you though. Like you dropped Brutal Nostalgia last year around May. Were you happy with that project overall, or how'd you feel about it after you dropped it? Because you were really excited about it. I remember we talked about the track list and how you were trying different sounds. Like,
I love
what?
it because I definitely see the growth from brutal nostalgia to like the work I have now, and of
Mhm,
course that was a collective collection of work that I had over the years and stuff. Um, I don't hate it. There's not a single song in there that I would say I wish I wouldn't have released it. Um,
mhm,
because the ones that I felt like that I completely like removed them off like platforms, and this is what they got. But no, I don't think I would do it any different.
mhm,
It was very like bilingual, and it kind of represented the sounds I was going for, and it
mhm,
sounds completely different from this new one. I feel like on that one I was pushing more to like what people wanted to hear, like what I thought they wanted to hear, versus like um, what I should have been doing in the first place. There's probably like half of the album is like me, and the other half is just like what do they want to hear. And
mhm.
now I feel like I'm finally in a place where I'm like, okay, I think now I'm finally starting to really like my music, and that was always drug music and rock, and I feel like that's where kind of like I shine. So it's gonna sound
Huh?
completely different. So I'm glad it's there so people can get like two different sides. But
Uh-huh.
definitely, this
No,
new one's very very
I-
different.
I'm just ready for you to go into like your Rebelde era and do a whole bunch of Spanish rock.
Oh, oh, I'm very excited. And it's two different projects that we're working on. I'm sorry, I'm connecting my battery as we speak because I don't want it to die. But I'm doing two different projects, one Spanish, one English. And I spoke with you about the English one last time I was here, and that was called "I Can't Afford Therapy" of the things that I've been teasing on TikTok and stuff. But I
Mhm.
think the Spanish one is definitely going to come out first, just because it's definitely way more finished.
Okay.
Um, I have this new one coming out in March, the first week of March, and I still haven't like really pretty much teased it or anything, but
Mhm.
um, I think people are really gonna like that one. That one's very like house, like deep house, and like talking about like mental health and stuff. But it's in a
Yeah.
way that you just like it sounds so good, like to dance and stuff. So that's
Uh-huh.
what I'm working on right now. Just anything that makes me want to like feel like I'm in Molly and shit.
Hell yeah. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. I'm glad you're having fun with the music you're making and you're enjoying it yourself because I feel like when an artist enjoys what they make, it comes out so much better. I
Oh,
don't
way
know
better.
what it is, but if you're making it like for you and what you like I'm a firm believer of if you create it, there's gonna be someone that's gonna like it. Just because there's so many of us in this world and there's so many different ideas and like we all like different things, but we all like similar things, and there's always a some sort of fan base for what you create. And
Definitely.
but I really like when artists create music for themselves.
Yes. That right now I'm getting a lot of when I released La Limpia and then this last one, I guess it reached a larger audience, not necessarily in the US because it's I get DMs from people from like Argentina, Nicaragua, or like Honduras and stuff
Mhm.
like that, and it's pretty cool. Thankfully, I learned how to speak Spanish because otherwise I would be like dead, like if I was Selena, because I wouldn't know how to reply to them. But they,
God, you're not that out, bro.
yeah, they love the music and they're very nice. It makes me pretty much want to like keep going. Like I'll get random messages here and there of I guess just like support, and it's pretty cool. So I'm very excited to like keep releasing or like
Hell,
keep growing, I guess, with them.
yeah. What's like the country that shocked you the most that you saw pop up in like your demographics?
I think it was I was talking to JP from La Limpia. I think it was Greece for La Limpia, the highest numbers when it around the time that I reached like 20,000 streams, it was like mostly was in like Greece. And I'm like,
Yeah.
do they speak Spanish? Like the fact that they listen to that type of music and it's pretty cool. I probably sound ignorant as fuck, and there's probably like I felt geography, so maybe people do speak Spanish somewhere over there. But it was pretty cool because I had never even thought that people would want to listen to me over there.
Yeah. You want to know something funny about that is last time we were on the podcast, right? We were still like restructuring everything, so we're starting to post on YouTube, on like do all these clips and everything, right? And your episode for some reason just like took off one night, and it went from like 100 views to like 2,500 views, and
On
I was like,
on
holy shit, on YouTube, on YouTube.
oh
And I was like,
nice.
holy shit, like I wonder what caused it to go, right? So I'm looking through all the demographics and stuff, and it's not making sense what made it take off. I mean, besides you're a super cool guy and everything, like I couldn't understand
Yeah.
what triggered it, right? Because it just at the blue, it just boom, one night to another. And then I look at the demographics and I look at the geographic like locations, and it said India, and I was like, what the
India.
fuck? How did India watch our shit 2,000 times?
That's crazy.
But it's crazy. That's one thing I love about the internet, about being a creator in like this era, is that sometimes the most random shit will just pick up somewhere, and you just never
Yeah,
expect it to happen.
yeah, definitely. Like this last song, I thought it was gonna be more like Mexico, but it was like Nicaragua was
Mhm.
playing it a lot, and that was pretty cool. Like to know that they actually listen to like the genres that you would think another country is listening to. So now you kind of have like two people that you're speaking to.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's really cool. It's really really cool. It's interesting how all that works. How these algorithms pick that stuff up and send
Yeah,
them around. But that's awesome, dude. This was a lot of fun. Thank you for coming on. I
yeah,
had
of course.
I had a great time talking to you. Um, your music's great. I love having you on because you're such an open book and so willing to talk about everything. It
Yes,
makes it so much more fun, dude. But
I'm
we
gonna have I'm gonna have a show. I think. Well, right now we're still where I'm planning it. Um, I want to say probably end of March, early April. It's gonna
okay.
originally it was supposed to be called Molly and Chill, but we're still kind of I'm working the titles and things like that. But it's gonna be really fun. Right now I'm trying to gather like the team and dancers because I want to have like dancers and stuff. So I'm very excited for that. So hopefully when everything is said and done, hopefully you can come. It's gonna be really fun.
Yeah, shoot me a text. I'll be there. I'll be there. Oh, I wanted to ask you by the way. Have you planned on like trying to go to South by Southwest or any of that to perform out there?
Um, I don't know. But it's like I feel like it's more. I don't know if I would have an audience over there like for my music because I've seen a lot of my friends go like artists and it's usually more like hip hop I guess or like rap that's kind of like more shining. I don't know where I would really fit in like that whole
I know.
demographic.
I feel like there's so many clubs out there that it would fit to play like a sideshow out there.
Yeah, it would be fun. I feel like I've never really done like the research of what really goes on or how it really works. I've just like seen my friends go,
Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I would love to go, but I would have to really like see like how it works or how to even get involved in things like that. But that would be pretty
Yeah.
cool.
Hell
I'm
yeah,
gonna hit
man.
CA and Uncle Tino because I know they've done it. Corey's done it too. So
Hmm.
maybe,
Hell yeah, man. I feel like that'd be a super dope opportunity for you if you can figure out how to get out there.
yeah, that'd be pretty dope. A lot of content.
Hell yeah, man. But yeah, thank you for coming on. This has been a great conversation. I appreciate you. I love your music and I'll always support it. I'm gonna go to that show as soon as you tell me when it's gonna be. I'm gonna put it on my calendar. I promise you, I'll
I'm
be
gonna,
there.
I'm gonna hold you to it, and I hope your wife brings the gummies proper
Hell yeah,
portion.
man! I'll tell you to portion them out again.
Yeah, but thank you for having me. It's always fun. We always have something to talk about.
Hell yeah, man! You know that's one of my favorite things about this podcast. It's just like I've made friends with people I never expected to be friends with, or people that like I didn't know until I started this, but
Yeah,
it's come out to be like the most gratifying thing out of everything, right? Like my favorite thing is that I get to make new friends.
I was thinking I've never seen you in person, but yes, we have seen each other. I was like, wait, I don't think we've ever really
Yeah,
met, but yeah, we.
Doge Palooza.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We met at Doge Palooza, which is awesome. That was like the best part about all that is that I got to meet like a lot of the people we're talking
I
to
think the
behind the
podcast
scenes.
was
So
probably the best part of the whole fucking experience was sitting down with you guys.
we tried, man. We tried to make it comfortable. I don't know if we ever told you this, but apparently we stole that suite from someone that actually
Yeah,
paid for it.
yeah, I remember that. Hey, no one said anything, so
Right? They never sent us a bill, so we're okay. But but again, man, thank you for coming on. If you have anything to promote, right now is your chance to promote. I'll mute myself and you tell the people where to find you.
yes. So everything's the same. TikTok, I'm very active there. Instagram, that's Gammy Gonzz. And I do have several projects coming this year. Spanish album. I have an English album coming out. A little mini film that I'm doing that's been in the works for a while, but it's taking a little bit. But we're almost done, and a lot. I can't stop working, so I'm very excited to just keep releasing and just I'm excited. And thank you again for having me.
Of course, man. It's always love here. You're welcome anytime you want to come on. Just shoot us a message. We'll be more than happy to have you on. We'll keeping our eye out for all the new music and projects you drop. We'll promote it like always. Just because we're about showing support to our friends, and I don't know. It's been a great experience. I love that I got to meet you and become friends with you. We need to
Like
catch drinks someday. Like next time you're in this area,
time.
and I'll for sure get your show. Hold me to it. All right.
Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you so much. This has been the Weekly D podcast. I'm your host, Danny G. That was our very special guest, Gammy Gonzz. And remember, if you can't get it daily, get it weekly. Peace. Let me hit.